Kunjari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashodanandana Vrajajara Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajara Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Jaya Kunjari Jari Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva Subhadramayi Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Gandharvika Giridhari Gandharvika Giridhari Gaura Hari Jayo Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jayo Jaya Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tadodayam Udare Nashtapraya Subhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavate Uttam Sloke Bhakti Bhavante Naitiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandaraya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Today we will be reciting second canto, first chapter, the first step in God realization, sloka number 14. You can all recite along with me. Tavapi etahi etarhi kauravaya saptaham jivita vadihi upakalpaya tat sarvam tatvat yat samprayat ikam tavapi etarhi kauravaya saptaham jivata vadahi upakalpaya tat sarvam tavadyasma sampraya iham tavapi etarhi kauravaya saptaham jivita vadahi upakalpaya tat sarvam tavadyat sampra iham. Word by word meaning. Tava, your, api also, etahi, therefore, kauravaya, oh, one born on the family of Kuru, saptaham, 7 days, jivita, duration of life, avadihi, upon to the limit of, upakalpaya, get them performed, tat, those, sarvam, all, tavat, so long, yet which are samparayikam, rituals for the next life. Translation purport by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Maharaj Parishit, now your duration of life is limited to 7 more days. So during this time you can perform all those rituals which are needed for the best purpose of your next life. Purport. Sukadeva Goswami, after citing the example of Maharaj Katvanga, who prepared himself for the next life within the very short time, encouraged Maharaj Parishit by saying that since he still had 7 days at his disposal, he could easily take advantage of the time to prepare himself for the next life. Indirectly The Goswami told Maharaj Parishad that he should take shelter of the sound representation of the Lord for the 7 days still remaining in the duration of his life and thus get himself liberated. In other words, everyone can best prepare himself for the next life simply by hearing SrimadBahagavatm. As it was recited by Sukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parishad, the rituals are not formal, but there are also some favorable conditions which are required to be carried out as instructed hereafter. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjalachalakya Chakshurumritam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhitam Swapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadambhitam Padakyam Vandeham Shri Guru Shivata Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagarjatam Saganarita Raghunatham Ditam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Sri Radha Krishna Pada Seva Sri Vishakam Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopika Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusura Devi Pranamami Haripe Vanchakalpadru Pishakripasan Devacha Paditanam Pavane Bhavaishnavyo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vachari Gautam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Lange Vitegri Etkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dira Taranam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Iswaram Namo Pangajanabhaya Namo Pangajana Maline Namo Pangajanetaya Namaste Pangajangiriye. Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for Nitya Bhagavad Seva. I seek blessing from all the devotees so that I can speak in the parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and their devotees and my own purification. So today we will be reciting second canto, first sloka, first chapter, 14th sloka. It's a very interesting one. So let's go in detail one. So we'll be discussing about some of the points which is very relevant to that. One is that 7 days we left out for Parishit, what all we are supposed to do, how to perfect ourselves, how Maya can allure us in this world, and yesterday also we discussed about the Swargaloka. So today also we will go detail about that planetary system. So what we get out of it. So with that we can understand that how we can make that our life perfect. So here Sri Prabhupada he is telling us that discuss the SrimadBahagavatm every day, one sloka at least. It may take 1.5 years to complete one chapter. So one canto. So like that it will go on. So let us hear and understand properly. So Sukadeva Goswami condemned the Grahamiri way of life, which is we heard in first canto, what it means. So let's take an example. So Navayogendra Maharaj, where he was in a initial days joined with the ISKCON movement, he was a personal assistant for Sri Prabhupada. Sri Prabhupada used to always chastise him for he used to do a lot of mistakes. So one fine day Maharaj decided, okay, I am not fit for this service. Let me run away from this. I don't want to continue. So he was so much depressed. And when he meets Sri Prabhupada said that, yes, I am a spiritual master. You should feel compassionate and fortunate that somebody who is willing to take care of your spiritual life. So you are so fortunate that your spiritual life is taken care. If your spiritual master doesn't correct you, then who else in this world can correct you? So this is the reply Prabhupada gave. So there are many people walking in the road, but they also make mistakes. And who is there to correct them? So I do it because you are my disciple. So it is the duty of the spiritual master to find fault and indicate them and correct them and lead them for the future. That's what I am doing. So Maharaj was very happy. Say Prabhupada is taking my life, spiritual life, it's okay, let him chastise me. So this is the mood we should develop. Uh, when somebody is chastising, it is the Krishna's through the devotee, he is giving a message to us so that we will correct ourselves and advance in spiritual life. So Sukadeva Goswami, as soon as he sat on the Vyasas and he was chastising people for leading Grahamedi kind of life. That here is, he also, we were discussing few classes back, the quality of the life is much better than the quantity of the life. So there is no point living for hundreds of years. Even if you live for one day, the quality of your life makes it important. On this, context, he glorifies the Katwanga Maharaj. Katwanga Maharaj, yesterday's class we had discussed it. He went to support the demigods and fought with the demons and won it, and got back his kingdom place for the demigods. Then with their demigods were fully satisfied and they want to give a boon. That is the time he will ask that to enjoy this life, let me know how long I can stay back. They calculated and told that just one chana, means 1 minute only you are left out. Then he said, okay, if that is the case, let me go to please send me to the earthly planet so that I can perfect my life. So that details yesterday we had discussed it. So he came back to that and put his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna and perfected his life. So Parishit Maharaj has 7 full days. Life is a preparation and death is the examination. So Prabhupada told him how to prepare one in the next life. Simply by hearing SrimadBahagavatm, by that one can become a perfect one's life. So just by hearing SrimadBahagavatm itself, we can perfect our life. So this is what Prabhupada says. So SrimadBahagavatm is a sound representation of Krishna. When he left this world, he gave us the SrimadBahagavatm to us. So this is, we have to understand. Kali means the age of darkness. When one takes up study of SrimadBahagavatm, there is no darkness. So Kali Yuga is full of darkness. So if you start reading of SrimadBahagavatm, you will not be in the dark. So material life is governed by the principle of sense gratification. So it is full of, and spiritual life is governed by the principle of sound. There are only 2 things in this world. One is sense gratification, other is sound. So we have to choose which one we wanted it to perfect our life. So when Sri Prabhupada went to US in 1967-68, so those days he was giving a class that there was one story called Mr. John. Mr. John was one day he was sleeping in his apartment. There is a burglary enter in his house and he wanted to loot his money. So he was sharpening the knife and so that he can kill and take away all the things. So little distance away, the other apartment, his friend George was there. George could notice that John is sleeping and thief is entered his house and he planned to kill him. So he opened his window and started shouting, John, John, please wake up. The thief is in your house. He will going to kill you. Then that sound, Mr. John got alerted. He got up. By the time the thief ran away from the house. So here, what saved Mr. John? It's a sound vibration which is saved. Which was George who gave this alert. It came in the form of a sound that is rescued him. So similarly, they indicate that the holy name, the sound of the holy name, the external sound like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and Srimad Bhagavatam, another sound of Hare Krishna. We wake up from the great slumber. Otherwise, we will be chopped off by the burglars of Maya. So we have every devotee has to understand that if you don't hear the sound vibration of the Lord, then Maya comes in the form of burglar and chop off us. Therefore, it is very important to hear SrimadBahagavatm. Another example is that great Rishi in Mahabharata called Mudgal. The Mudgal Rishi was staying in a deep forest, and he was practicing his bhakti and doing his daily routine services. One day there was a Durvasa Muni was passing by that side, saw that his Mudgal hut. He came and requested him, please give me some food, I am hungry. Then Mudgal immediately prepared a nice feast prasadam and he offered it. Durvasa Muni happily ate it. After eating, whatever left out remnants, he took it and applied on the body of the Mudgal, body and face. And afterwards he started chatting, what kind of prasadam gave? It is even animals will not eat. So he shouted. Then Mudgal was very cool. He begged pardon from him. Sorry, by mistake it happened. So please do come tomorrow. I'll prepare a better prasadam for you. So Durvasa Muni started asking, are you sure that I have to come again? Yes, I am pleased to receive you. Please do come so that I will prepare much better prasadam for you. Next day also Durvasa Muni came and he ate the prasadam, and after that whatever left out he applied on the body and faces of the host, and he started chastising the Mudgal. What kind of prasadam you prepared, and even the dog, animals will not eat. So again Mudgal asked for the pardon. Sorry, somehow it has got missed out. Please do come tomorrow so that I can prepare much better prasadam and offer to you. You will be pleased. Again, Durvasa asking, are you sure? Yeah, I have to come tomorrow. Yes, please come. I will do much better than today. So next day also Durvasa Muni came. The same scene was going on. It was going on for the next 7 days. And last day, the 7th day, Durvasa Muni, he was so happy. He said that, yes, I am pleased with your patience and tolerance. Okay, and I never seen any host was so much patient. So he was giving a benediction. He was giving benediction. Lord will bless you, and he left. And after he left the place, immediately the Vaikuntha planet came, and Vaikuntha Vasis came to receive him. Their servants of the Indra, they came and asked that Mudgal Rishi, please board this plane. You have done a very hospitality service. For that you have been rewarded to stay in the heavenly planet. We'll take you to heavenly planet. Then Mudgal Rishi, he stopped. He said, wait a minute. Please tell me what is heavenly planet, what I get it. He said, then they started, the servants are patiently explaining the glories of the heavenly planet. There are so many fruits are available. There are some Nanda garden, all kind of fruits, all varieties of beverages, nice demisel girls will be dancing, nice kirtan will, non-stop kirtan will go on, and you will not get old age, there won't be any disease, you will be happy always, you live for tens and thousands of years. This award for your guest reception, so why don't you come with us? Then Mudgal Rishi immediately stopped. Okay, that's all fine, but tell me one thing. is there any difficulties in the Vaikunta, in the heavenly planet? Then he said, yes, there are some difficulties. As you get your pious credits are get exhausted, you will be wearing a garland that will get dried out, and the moment that the flower is dried out, you will be pushed down. Then he said, where I will be pushed? He said that you will come back to this earthly planet. Again you have to start your tapasya and your yogas and increase your pious credit, and then you can come back again here. Then Mutkal Rishi said that stop. I am not interested coming and going again and again to your planet. I am happy here. Let me perfect my life so that I will go to a place where I will not return back. So I am not interested to come to your heavenly planet. He chastised them and sent them back. So there are so many allurements in our life also before we passing through, before we perfect our spiritual journey. So this is a message for the devotees. Unless we overcome this type of impediment or allurement, we will be caught up with that. So we have to understand and we should come out of this allurement. So there is a sloka from the Garuda Purana also. It talks about even the animals get allurement. Okay, let's take some example. Deer, elephant, matsya, bumblebee and a fish. These 5 animals got one sense got allured. So how deers are hunted? When a hunter, deer is the fastest animal. You cannot run behind it to catch it. So what is the intelligent hunter will do is he plays a nice music. So the deer has a big ears. It's been attracted by the sound and it comes closer to the hunter, not knowing the danger, and the hunter catches without any effort. So, and next comes the elephant. Elephants are like a big mass animal, so many times bigger than the human being. But when a hunter wants to catch an elephant, he dig a big hole, and the top of it he put some bamboo sticks and spread the dry leaves. And next to that, they'll keep a she-elephant tied to the tree. So by seeing the she-elephant, that forest elephants start coming, and when it comes near to the thing, it's trapped inside the pit and it falls down. And the hunter, he takes away the she-elephant and leaves the forest elephant for fasting. He will not feed any food. So after 7 days, the forest elephant becomes very tired out and doesn't have any energy to fight again. So that is a time even a small boy with the ankush, he can take a control of the elephant and they use it for their purpose. So this is how the elephant is caught. The third example is Mauta, Mata, insect which is get attracted by the light. We have seen in villages when they don't have electricity, they have the kerosene lamp or the oil lamp. So by seeing the light, all these flies, insects, they fly and come, and they come and try to embrace the light, but because of the fire, it got burnt out and died. So their senses are seeing the light. Next comes the bumblebee. The bees are attracted by smell of the flowers. It goes around the various flowers and takes the honey and collect it in the beehive. After some days, it is watching that the honey is accumulated. One fine day, the hunter comes and he put a smoke, kills all the bees and takes away the honey. The last thing is fish. Fish are very fond of eating continuously all its life. So when a hunter, it's very difficult to catch a fish. So what hunter does is he keeps some food on the net and throws into the water. Because the fish has got so much of food outside, but still it gets attracted towards the net and started eating. Then by seeing that, the hunter takes away the net and all the fishes are trapped inside and they die. So these are the, if you see that each animal has one senses of allurement. So starting from that, first one is allured by the sound, the second one by the touch, the third one is allured by the light, sightseeing, seeing sight. The fourth one is allured by the smell of flower smell, and the fifth one is allured by the sense of tongue, that is eating. So that's how they trapped and got killed. So we human beings, all the five senses are very alert and very weak. When a living entity tries to enjoy the material world, what hope is to have this survive? What hope we have there to survive? Even one senses is sufficient to knock down for a human being. So what to talk about five senses when they are active? There's no question he'll be down to death. He'll be doomed to death. So we have to be very careful on all these things. So that's why we have in ISKCON there are some restrictions on and instructions are given to understand our goal of life. So we have to apply and practice it. Unless we engage our senses, formidable, otherwise it will be very difficult to control it. So it's Krishna, Arjuna says, I can control the wind, but I am unable to control the mind. So its senses are very sensitive and it will be very difficult. Even the children in our class, there will be so much naughty and they are very difficult to control them, but simultaneously we engage them for the service of Lord. They will be attracted and their senses are controlled. So this was the practical example we come across. As far as weapons are, next example is as far as weapons are created in the for mass destructions of civilization. Nowadays, if you see that worldwide, each country every year they declare it, how many missiles they have, how many nuclear bombs they have, how many air fighter pilot planes are there, how many warships are there, how many army soldiers are there, what all the tankers are. So every country declares, and it goes on. That's what. So the list goes on increasing it. So why they are keeping to protect themselves and also mass killing of the other countries. So with that example, but as a civilization advances, it has provided the internet, which whether the distraction happens or not, distraction is happened. So all the now children to the adults, everybody is behind the mobile addiction, and it's also been discussed in previous classes also. So it is destroys them. It is destroying the human life. So therefore, the mass distractions are nothing but allurement of Maya. So let us understand that. So even Queen Kunti also says in the Bhagavatam that the distractions are high birth. People are born in an aristocratic family, lot of opulences. People having lot of wealth and properties of the ancestors, and also high learning. People have studied graduation, masters, PhD, and go on that. So, and also beauty, the beautiful girls. So all these things are the distractions. So these four things are the allurement in this world. So one can see a simple person is, even though he is very poor, but still he has a chance of becoming very arrogant. So even a poor man, simple man also chance of become arrogant, because even a pauper can become a puffed up. There's a sage is a sage quote. It is not necessary that only kings are getting become proud and puffed up. Even a poor man also can puffed up for the penny. Yes. So this way or that way, the Maya captivates us and cheating us. Therefore, these are attachments of allurement and distractions has to be dealt with properly. This is a very good message for the devotees to understand that we should be careful about allurement and distractions. So how to handle it has to be handled very properly. So from the Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter, there are some points which advise how to overcome this allurement and distraction. So Ashvat Moolam, in that sloka it says that the weapon of detachment, otherwise we can't cut the attachment. So we have to use that weapons of detachment. So example, it says that how difficult it is to get detachment. So King Rana Pratap, okay, he was using a weapon, two swords. Each sword is weighing around 50 kg, and whenever he goes out for war, he takes two of it, one for him, one for his opponent, and he also weighing around 150 kg, more than that. So he has a nice horse named Chetak. That horse has to, it is not meant to walk, it is meant to run with a 100 kg of sword, with more than 150 kg of the king. So even the horse also powerful. The king, when he fights, he uses sword to kill his enemy by hitting from the head. He chops out into two parts, including the horse. So such a brave and powerful king. So we have to fight with Maya, which is much more stronger and brave than those days kings. So we have to understand the enemy, Maya. Unless one surrendered to Supreme Lord, then how to protect ourselves. So unless one surrendered to Supreme Lord, there is no question of overcoming the allurement and distraction. So SrimadBahagavatm also says that Swarta Krishna. So here it's a worth hearing. There is a worth hearing. There is nothing more auspicious than hearing Krishna Katha. So first tool is to hearing it. So hearing Krishna Katha is first step, and the result of that, what we get is, in the heart there are the unwanted things like lust, anger, greed, pride. All these things are washed away. There are 6 enemies in our heart that are you will get cleansed when you hear the Harikatha. The Nashta Praye. So one will come to the platform of Nishchaya after rendering service to the Lord. In their heart, the passion and ignorance are subsidized. the base quality of the subside or one will extinguish and establish the good qualities. That's why the transformation happens from the passion, ignorance to the goodness, mode of goodness. Evam Param. So next is that one gets scientific knowledge of God. One gets scientific knowledge of Godhead, understand who is God, and engage in the Lord's service. This is how the advancement happened. Finally, next what happened? Vedarte. It is not the heart are pierced, and all the misgivings are cut into pieces. So, what are the misgivings? Whatever misunderstanding we have about ourselves, that we are the body, and also about the Lord, all doubts are finished at this stage. So there are steps are given to perfect our life. So we will repeat for the betterment. First is we have to hear that, and also with that hearing, all the anarthas from the heart are getting cleansed. And once that is cleansed, we will be in the platform of Nishya. After rendering service to the Lord, in the heart, the passion and ignorance are get cleansed, and we get attracted. We will move to the mode of goodness, and once we are in mode of goodness, then we get the scientific knowledge of Godhead and understand who's God, and we'll start serving the Lord. And finally, when it is not only the hearts are pierced, all misgivings are cut into pieces. So that's why we have a clear understanding of who we are and who's God. We get the answer to that. So here also we will understand from the spiritual master, also called as sadhu. Sadhu means one who cuts all attachments, allurement, distraction. He is the one who cuts all the things. Therefore, it is essential one to surrender at the lotus feet of the spiritual master, who will very mercifully cut away all the attachment, and otherwise it is not possible for one's own endeavor. So one cannot cut his attachment oneself. Only with the mercy of the spiritual master he cuts out that. Therefore, spiritual master means guru. It's very heavy. His words and instructions are very heavy. If you put all the instruction in one side of the weighing machine, and other side only one instruction from the guru, it is very heavy. The instruction of the guru is spiritual master is very heavy, so we can't digest it. That gives up. That is the message. The instruction is give up the all sense gratification and serve the lotus feet of the Lord. This is the message Guru gives to us. Because we identify ourselves with the body, by the sense gratification we will be happy. Because of that body, we enjoy the sense gratification due to our attachment with the body. So here the Kapila Muni instructing to Devavati that Brahma created the demigods, demons, human beings, all animals and other creatures. But whoever created, none of them are able to overcome the allurement and distractions offered by Maya. So we have to see that even though Brahma created it, none of them able to get out of the Maya. So except Nara Narayana, they are none other than the Lord himself. So only Lord can overcome the Maya, power of Maya. Then what is the hope for us? So we can't become Narayana, that is sure. So what is the other alternative? In Bhagavad Gita, Devi Eshe. So in that sloka it says that only by surrendering to the Lord, there is a chance that we can overcome the Maya. So this is a message for the devotee that Only by surrendering to the Lord only we can overcome the Maya. Otherwise it is not at all possible. Another example we can understand this message is you know how the monkeys are catched by the hunter. So the hunter, he takes a glass bottle, inside he puts a peanut. The monkeys are very fond of the peanut. It watches what he is doing. After that, he'll keep it closer to the monkey. So monkey comes from the tree, it comes and try to take all the peanut. It's able to put the hand inside the mouth of the jar. But when he try to catch the peanuts, because of the fist size is bigger than his fingers, so it is unable to take out the hand. So it's going on struggling because it don't want to give up the peanuts, and this fight will continue. Then the hunter comes back coolly, he releases the peanuts and catch hold of the monkey, and he uses for his personal work. So this is how that hunter easily, without any difficulty, he catches the monkey. So similarly, Maya Devi also, she allures us with the peanuts. So the peanuts are none other than the sense gratification. It doesn't have any value at all. She sense gratification such that there is a long time back also we told, it is like itching. The more you use the sense gratification, more itching only increases. It doesn't give the pleasure. So this is no value at all. She's offering the peanuts and distracting us from the immortal diamond. What to talk about in this world, even the normal diamond is so precious, so valuable. So what to talk about immortal diamond, that is love of Goddess. So unless we are focused in our devotion, it is not possible to make it. So it is message for the devotee that unless we don't focus on our devotion, it is not possible to get the love of Goddess. Therefore it is very essential for us practitioner Krishna conscious to become focused in hearing the SrimadBahagavatm and attentively and practice it, what we hear. And when we do this, actually we will get our immortal diamond, love of Goddess. So I'll repeat. For the devotees, we have to hear the SrimadBahagavatm attentively and practice in our daily life so that we get the immortal diamond. There are so many times we tried our previous life, birth after birth. It is given in Veda that we have taken 84 lakhs of species life, passed through that. After that also we got the human life, which is very precious. In spite of that also we miss the practicing of Krishna conscious, dedicating life. Because of that we have taken so many births after birth, and at least in this birth we got a chance and we understood the purpose of the goal of the life and the purpose of our life. At least in this life we understand how these peanuts, that is the sense gratification, will allure us and distracting us from the immortal diamond. And actually we should know the value of the immortal diamond and get rid of the peanuts of sense gratification. Let us hear SrimadBahagavatm and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and get the immortal diamond, the love of Goddess. Mantra of SrimadBahagavatm ki jai.